I don't know why everybody is so afraid to admit if their dick is tiny. I'm sorry, they're Peter. Like, bitch, my Peter is puny. Puny. I mean, we're talking small. I'm not ashamed. It's not my fault. Okay? I've said it before. I have 2 innie belly buttons. Men literally take my pants off and it's a mix of emotions like, Groundhog's Day. Oh, 6 more weeks of winter. And then men want to be like, are you verse? In reverse is a little more like it.
Welcome to She's Not Doing So Well comedy podcast.
What?
Featuring Bobby.
I don't want to be viral. I want to be inspirational and life-changing. Because listen, I'm edgy. You fuck.
Jim.
I'm a top. What can I say? Finally, he's just like, you can unfollow me if you don't like my body.
The Miz.
Oh my god, tell me all about it. I'm in New York, right? But you like it mushroom shape?
Can you just shut the fuck up and start?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of She's Not Doing So Well. I'm Bobby.
I'm Jim.
And I'm the Miz.
Thank you for coming. Golf clap for that.
Why are we applauding?
The applause. I'm bringing the heat today. I'm going to be my full
Are you singing Lady
authentic
Gaga?
self.
Can I just be the first one to say that I don't give a rat's ass about her fucking dogs?
Hey. I mean, that person who found them tied to like a pole got $500,000 to find them.
But, I mean, did he find them or did he...
Steal them.
Right.
And shoot the dog walker in the chest 4 times.
Why didn't you go on the hunt? Weren't they in New York or no? Was it California?
No, they're in Hollywood.
I don't
Well, it makes sense. It's
Makes sense. We've been there.
Where's near Mickey's and Abbey?
Probably near that theater. Remember how trashy that street was?
Yeah, that was the Walk of Fame or whatever.
I was like,
have you been on the Walk of Fame?
Yeah, I went to go see Mariah Carey's star.
Gross.
But isn't it like trash as fuck? It's like
Yeah,
a really bad mall from the 80s. You're like,
Well, Hollywood shit. WeHo's the cool part.
yeah, I mean, the minute you leave WeHo, you're like, oh,
You're like, oh,
this is like what
Hollywood.
everybody talks. This is the Paramount. Like, wait, what?
Oh,
This is the fucking theater? Huh.
The Chinese theater?
I'm like, why do these celebrities come here? Because it's trash.
Because it's fucking trash.
But what can you do? You know what I mean?
We're from Columbus.
We're from Columbus. This is trash compared to what we're used to.
No, but it really was. I was
And
like,
Mrs. like, I'm from New York.
Get away.
So,
if an Elmo comes up to you, like, you have to leave the place. Like, an Elmo should never walk up to you and ask for a picture. Never,
Times
ever.
Square all the time.
yeah.
Nope.
Jim, I wanted to start with you this week. I'm trying to mix up the
Oh my God.
the order.
ordering.
Like, what's going on with you? What's new in your life? Like, what's happening? What are you questioning? Because I can tell you, just really quick, mine's a doozy. Like, I'm fully out of my body, like, psychotic.
Wait. Oh, wait, what's happening?
When I talk,
Are you talking about me, or are you talking about yourself?
No, I'm talking about myself. Like, I'm literally having a moment.
I just went into a moment and was like, oh, he's
I was
telling
basically
me
talking
that
about
I am
myself without trying to talk about myself, and now we're still talking about me. So, what's
right.
going
You
on?
should go
Like, Bobby,
first.
are you going first?
Are you
No,
going
I don't want to go
first?
first.
You're going first.
I want you to go first.
What I am doing, 2 things. Peloton. So this happened. I started doing the Peloton. I was like, I'm going to do it every day. So the little woman on the screen was like, the lower you put it, the more you engage your core, the lower you put the handlebars. So I put them pretty low. I was like, let's do this. Let's put
You want to engage.
I want to engage. Okay, 4 days into it, I had right upper quadrant pain, and I thought I
Right
ruined
upper?
my right upper.
That's where I got my
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I was worried about. You
Fatty liver. We
fatty
talked
liver.
about it.
I was like, I have a fat liver. I'm like Bobby.
Oh my
I have a
God.
fat liver. And so then I was like, is it my gallbladder? So I went and got lab work done to so crazy. This sounds crazy. I literally this is sad that I'm admitting this, but I literally, after 4 days on the Peloton, was like, oh, I have a liver disease. I have to go get my liver tested. It was normal. It was completely
After
normal.
4 days on the Peloton, you're literally in the hospital.
I'm like, I have to get blood drawn now. I texted my doctor. I was like, send
like,
the labs.
Doctor, I'm sick. I was on the
He was
Peloton
not
for
think it's
too
really
long.
funny
I
that
think you'll be
there's-
fine. And I'm like,
There's literally 3 of us that have health anxiety, and we don't. 2 of you don't want to admit it.
I know, I can't believe I'm telling it, but yeah.
You little bitch! You were like making fun of us for having
I
our
knew-
fears. You're
I
like,
know.
oh my god, haven't we done this before? Yeah,
Yes.
and now we've done it again.
As they were drawing the blood, I thought of you too. I was like, they
God
would do
damn it.
They would do this. They would do this. So I don't feel bad.
Oh,
They would
no.
do this.
Well, I'm
But it was
glad you're
fine.
okay.
Yeah, I'm back on the Peloton. I just have the handlebars up about to my shoulder level.
So you like strained.
I'm not engaging my core ever
you gotta
again.
slowly engage it.
Never.
You know what I mean?
I don't
When
want
you go
to.
from zero,
That's what happened.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well,
listen to him. He's a professional. A Peloton profesh.
I have not Pelotoned at all. I have been not working out at all this week.
Wait.
You've had an interesting.
It was
had
a week.
Tell us
it was
about
a week.
it.
It was a lot of work this week, which
Why?
is not just a lot of stuff going on.
It's season. It's the season.
It's the season. Tis the season.
To be
but
jari.
It was National Margarita Day on Monday, so that
you
was
go?
huge. That was huge. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that was great because I got.
Where'd you get one?
Reba.
El Mitote. No, I have not been to Reba in 2 weeks. But El Mitote.
Only 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Like, how am I gonna do?
How am I gonna do it? Now that I'm talking about Margs, I'm like, need to order one. I don't even know where my cell phone went.
You're not ordering one.
But
Remember?
why not?
We're not allowed to have our phones out during
Nope.
recording, Bobby said.
Nope.
I think that only applies to you.
Oh, okay. Oh.
But I feel like, you know what though? And then I kept the margarita train running all week. So I had
You kept a couple trains running. What does that mean? That means you're getting fucked by multiples.
Well, I'm not. I'm really not. And you know why? It's because I'm in a vicious cycle of drinking margaritas too often, which I've always done, and then becoming facts and not working them off. So your boy is disgusting right now. And I also have not done laundry in like 3 days. And like 3 days past when I needed to do laundry.
Oh, I hate fucking laundry. I hate laundry. Like,
Yeah, I'm wearing briefs
fucking
right
laundry.
now. I'm wearing briefs because I haven't done laundry.
I do the same shit.
I'm literally like, I feel like I'm wearing, I feel like, I don't know. Am I going to have sex right now? I don't know why I'm wearing this, but
Oh, like a hot, sexy, like underwear.
no, like I shouldn't feel my thighs right
hand-washed
here.
My underwear.
Oh.
I was like,
honey, I should have sent you underwear instead of fucking phone pads.
yeah, you should have sent me underwear instead of foam pads. I literally
concerned.
put like,
Hand
a bunch of
washed.
underwear with detergent in the sink and like washed them.
But the problem with you is you don't have that. That's the thing that sucks about.
Are you in Europe?
No, he doesn't have laundry.
I don't
Like, he
have
has
a
to go to the
laundry in my
mat.
building. I have to go to
Like New York,
I don't
everybody goes to
do
the
a
mat.
laundromat. Are you kidding me? I'd bring it to wash and fold.
Oh, they do it. They do it for you.
Yes.
Oh my.
Oh, I need a wash and fold.
I'm not
Fuck.
sitting in a laundromat.
Yeah, because I don't fold anymore. I just leave it in the basket.
Wait, it comes folded.
Yeah, you drop it off in a bag, they fold it, put it in the bag for you. Or they wash it and then fold it and put it in
Oh,
the bag
I
for
need
you.
that to be a local thing, like a little van that
It
drives
is.
around.
You're married to a doctor. You could have this.
Oh, I
It
don't
is
give
a
a fuck
thing.
about if I'm
my,
married to
my
who.
mom did it for a while.
You need to do it.
No, she really did when we were kids. When she felt lazy and we didn't have a washer and dryer, she sent it to the wash and fold. They would return it folded.
Wash and fold, baby. I've been
Listen,
doing it for
I
a year.
feel
It's
like-
incredible.
I hate folding. Like
Incredible.
folding to me,
Nope.
it makes me sweat. Like
This is why
I
I'm
get
wrinkly.
sweaty, I get nasty.
folding.
Like I can't. I get like sick. I'm like I don't feel good. Michael's like just finish folding. I'm
I
like
get anxious about it.
Yes,
I can't
I
fold.
can't.
It's like packing to me. It's like I can't
Oh.
pack. I can't
Ooh, I
fold.
hate packing.
I can't pack. Well,
I hate that.
I can't think about it. It's so bad.
oh honey, and you got a pack soon.
Why were you going?
Where am I going?
I don't know. Where are you
I wanna
going?
go.
Where the hell are you going?
Am I going? somewhere?
No,
Oh, I was like, are you telling me something?
you're leaving. We're packing your bags.
Gay.
And that's the more you know with Jim. The only thing you do know, which is
You're packing.
pack your bags and take your shit. At least you're going out. It's not time for that.
Oh,
No, Jim, shut the fuck up.
okay. So we didn't talk about how Margarita Day wasn't on Taco Tuesday, but anyways,
Yeah,
No,
because
it
somebody
was
said
not.
it was.
Because
I thought
you
it
know
was.
what? No.
Every day's a Taco
It's
Tuesday.
February 22nd. It's not a day of the week. It's whenever February 22nd falls.
well, earlier today I wrote February 29th, and I didn't realize it until about 2 hours later.
It's only the 27th.
That's where we're at. There is
it's
no
only the
February 29th
27th,
this year.
and
And
this
there's no
year there is no
29th.
And this year
29th.
there's no 29th, but I wrote
Why
it
did you write it?
and walked away.
Wait, is oh
Why were
Yeah,
you
I'm
writing
not gonna
that?
say
It's not
anything.
happening. Why did I write it? Because I'm an idiot.
wow, you're stupid. And you're
Just
making
like
fun of me
you.
for being stupid.
I'm
so
just like you. Get
I
my
really
rice
think-
table out.
I actually think it's really funny that this is like karma coming back and fucking biting you because you make fun of me about the medical shit and
This
then you
is
make
true.
fun about my rice table. Bitch, you stupid and you
I
fucking
will-
a hypochondriac yourself.
And you'll have dementia soon.
I will?
I will.
Oh.
Probably.
We both will.
So, Ms., you did the margarita thing. You rode the train. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah,
oh, man.
Ridden the
I
train.
really had nothing going on this week. Is really the reality
Isn't that
of the
bad?
situation.
So I guess it's me that has everything fucking going on.
Well, I wanted to say that earlier, and then Bobby yelled at me.
But look what you came up with. Something that was legit.
Something that was sad.
Yeah, guess what? Everybody needs to hear your
Everybody's
sadness. Everybody's sad. Everybody's fucking miserable. So fucking talk about it so we can move on.
This is true.
So I guess I'll go because
Go.
I've got shit to say, and you guys won't. Well, Ms. won't understand.
Honey.
P.S. When you laugh like that, Ms., it sounds like an orangutan.
Oh,
Or like
you
a
look like
chimpanzee.
a fucking orangutan. So don't ever
No, it
fucking
sounds
speak
like-
to me again, bitch.
I prefer gorilla if you're gonna fucking call me a monkey.
Oh well, if you're gonna look
Those
like
are apes. They're not
big
monkeys.
ass fucking
Both
animal,
of those
you
are
can
both
choose.
Remember,
of
I'm
them are-
stupid. I was at a rice table.
I majored in anthropology. They're both apes.
Well, as long
You
as it's a
did?
huge, ugly animal, then
Yeah.
I don't really care which one you select.
Anyway, I'm gonna move on from this. So, speaking of just like being an ape and a monkey and shit.
Speaking of being an
Speaking
ape,
of monkeys and evolution and just like literally everything, I'm having a fucking midlife crisis. It's official.
Is it happening?
Bobby,
is it?
why?
Did I trigger it when I sent the 36 is like
Yes.
everyone's favorite
Yes.
day? Oh shit!
Oh,
It's
sorry.
triggered.
So that
Sorry.
was the impetus of
Because
the
no, it wasn't
mental
even the
break.
trigger. It was like the icing. It was like I was already thinking it, and then you're like, "Oh, by the way, this is your best life, your best time of your life. So enjoy." And I'm like,
Oh, and it's already like we're almost halfway.
I'm having a moment. Like, I literally looked at Manhattan condos to buy.
Yep.
Which, P.S.
Doing that.
I don't know how people live there because you literally get like a box for $1 million.
Yep.
It's like literally you can have like maybe
You can get a
2,000 square feet.
Studio for $500,000. That's it. Yeah.
It's bad. So there's
Yeah,
that.
so come.
Well, and that's the thing. So I've been like living this fake life in my head. Like, well, maybe I'll move to New York and maybe I'll do all this stuff. So I'm thinking, like, I'm in my head going, oh my God, I'm thinking I'll never be able to get back to being able to dream about moving to a city and starting over. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm to an age where it's like,
You get too old. You're tired.
when you get to my age, Miz, you'll see when we go to New York, like people will be like, who's the daddy?
No one's gonna hire a 40-year-old either. Like,
But why
you're
don't
too
you
old.
just defy that all? Just defy it.
Well, you can try.
Well, and I am, and people do, and I am defying it. I'm gonna be. I mean, it's freaking me out. And so then I was driving to work, and here's like another like kind of existential like out of body experience potentially. So
Out of this body?
and when it's out of this body, honey, there's a lot going on.
Body experience.
Like no, but I
What
was
happened?
So I'm driving to work. It was actually just Friday morning. It was the full moon was gonna be that night, so it was like already like kind of a full moon, and it was sitting over the city. And I'm driving towards the moon.
city?
And I'm like, this is really pretty. Like, but then I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck are we? Like, we are literally just spinning. And now I was thinking how the sun reflects off the moon. That's why the moon's lit. And I'm like, so the sun's coming up in the east. The moon's setting in the west. We're just on this big rock spinning around. What is the fucking point? What are we doing? Like, how do we even get to this point where I'm driving on a road? Like, what's a road? Do you see what I'm saying?
You were high.
What the fuck is a road?
You were
I
so high. You were going to work
what?
high. Admit
I've
it.
been
No, I
there.
was not. I probably was like
I've been
residual.
there.
What's a road?
No, but
What
like
the
I keep
fuck's
thinking
a
like,
road?
okay, how do we come up with ring lights and how do we have microphones? Like who the fuck are we? Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it's really fucked.
It's just the continuous evolution of the human race.
But how incredible!
How
If
incredible!
you really, 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 really think about it.
I thought you were going to say Helen Keller.
It started with.
Not tonight.
Hell
started
incredible.
with.
How
it started
incredible.
with cavemen doing nothing, and now
And it's
here
gone
we
quickly. Like,
Well, and it used to be like you survive by eating, and like it was survival, and then we turned it into a game, and now we just go
Yeah.
eat for fun because it's a
but our
game.
bodies still feel ready to be in fight or flight all the time, like survival mode. So, like, we haven't. I don't feel like our senses have gotten to this point yet where we can just relax and chill. Like, we have all the food we need in this country. Like, we
And
are.
there's so much
we should
more
chill.
around us now to
But
stimulate
we're not chill.
us
Like, look at us.
sensorily.
We are a fucking mess. Listen, I thought I was in liver failure because I rode a stationary bike for 4 days. Okay, like we should have gotten past this, but we haven't.
So our minds are not evolved, but our mental health hasn't evolved.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
But that's because when you were a caveman, you really had to fight or flight.
You had a pain, you had to pay attention, or you would be
Yeah.
dead,
Wow. Or you would just die.
or you would have to stop
But
drinking.
yeah, that's the thing. Is
alcohol.
then you would have
Wait.
no idea that those
Did
were
you even know
risks.
that you died?
No, and you still
No,
don't.
no one knows that they die.
The day after you die, you don't realize it here.
No
Sorry.
one knows that they're dead.
What if Jesus scoops me up and raises me up on eagle's wings?
Oh,
and he will
something
raise you up on. But anyway, so this is my crisis right now. And also, this also was spurred. So the 36-year-old fucking thing you sent me, the moon.
Tell them what that was. It was like a survey all
Tell
Americans
us.
took to say, like, what is the ideal age? And all Americans combined said 36. Bobby is like 36 and a half.
I'm like April 25th. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's the perfect day.
Wait, are you going to be 37 in April?
No, in August.
I was like, your birthday is not...
That's a joke from Miss Congeniality. What's your perfect idea of a date? And she's like, April 25th. Because so anyway, that didn't fall. That didn't land. That's why I'm not in stand-up comedy.
That's because we're old.
So speaking of that, so all this stuff is coming full circle. The moon's looking at me. You're telling me 36 is my best age. And then I watch a TikTok. And it's these college girls, which is fine. These college girls talking shit about low-cut socks and skinny jeans. And so they would ask, they'd be like, who would you rather date? A guy with skinny jeans or a guy with low-cut socks? And like one girl's like, neither. Okay. Now I know I'm not in college.
I would love for you to elaborate on why this contributed to your break.
Because it made me realize that I no longer know what is going on.
Yeah.
I love shortcut socks. Like, I do not wear long socks.
I hate them.
I love my skinny jeans. I finally fucking feel like I look good in them. And here we are now. And then I got even more pissed. Sorry, I'm going on a rant. I told you it was going to be I warned you. I tried. Then I thought to myself, here's what's going to really fucking happen. I'm going to keep doing Lean Squad. We're going to get to the end of the year, and all of a sudden Billie Eilish fucking baggy-ass shit's going to come out, and it won't even fucking matter that I lost weight. And then everybody will get fat because it'll be cool, because it'll be queer to be fat. And I'm going to be pissed, and I'm going to come on the Miserable with Miz at that point.
I would love for this
I'm gonna
to
need
be
to get off the
Miserable
fucking
with Miz
ledge.
topic.
I'm miserable because I'm skinny.
I'm skinny and I'm miserable.
I'm skinny and everyone's
that'll be the
fat
thing that
'cause
is
of Billie
It may be
Eilish.
like...
I'll finally get high socks, but then they'll be like, oh no, now no socks is cool with... And it's just like, I can't.
Like we already like
I can't compete with
thick
this.
bitches. Like wait till like we actually just like fat bitches.
Yeah.
It's coming.
So,
and I'm
Miz, don't
ready.
worry about your margaritas, honey. You're in the right path.
One's coming. I am also really sick of people claiming they're thick when they're just fat.
Yes, thank you.
I'm sick of people saying they're thick when they're not fat at all.
Oh,
They're like, oh, it's like you like this thick. It's like, yeah, you have a gut. That's not being thick.
I know.
Or like people like you two. You're like, we're thick. You don't know what thick fucking is.
I've never claimed to be
You
thick.
have
You
body
have.
dysmorphia because
You
let me
do.
tell you, honey, you think you're still 14 years old and that fat fuck from New Hampshire, and you're not.
Oh my.
You're not.
Ow.
You're not that person anymore.
No,
and
I
you need
think
to
I
get it together.
I think I have body dysmorphia and that I think I look better than I look.
I don't know why that played.
I
thought-
added new buttons. Sorry.
Sorry. I thought it was stopping the applause and then it went into You do have body dysmorphia.
do.
You're
It's
not going
bad.
to laugh your way out
I'm
of this
dead.
one, bitch.
Anyway,
You're like, I'm not doing Pelotonin or. Oh my god! I almost said Pelotonin, like serotonin.
Bobby.
Michael got the Peloton.
I think you might need to check yourself in somewhere.
Honestly, I thought about asking HR,
have
like, can
thought
I get a
about
leave of absence for mental health? Like, is that a thing?
I think you may need one.
Like, I need a sabbatical. Like, can I join a religion so I have an
sabbatical.
excuse? Like, I need.
That's called Sabbath.
Hi, I'm a Mormon. I gotta take my year off now.
I'm on Sabbath.
Seriously, like, I need a moment. I'm getting angry.
And if you could go with like a Mormon missionary partner who's like a young, skinny twink, but like
but hot and thick.
but Mormon?
but Mormon. So
I think
no
Mormons are kinda
caffeine,
hot.
No alcohol.
You think Mormon? What
They are.
visible attributes of a Mormon can you cite?
We can talk about this in this
Clean
week's
cut.
episode with fantasy. We'll talk about
Yes.
that. We'll
okay,
talk about
true.
that. We'll talk about that. So that was my week. So I'm in a full blown
Crisis mode.
crisis.
Yeah, you're on one. I'd
and you
say.
should be.
And I'm trying to. This week I tried to back off. Like I'm trying to just like live one day at a time and like just really focus on that day instead of being like, well, we're gonna do this next week and we gotta do. I'm gonna just like today's the day. I haven't really been posting on the socials that much as I usually do. Like I'm just trying to like resettle myself into reality.
You're finding some balance.
Thank
I
you.
love that.
Look at the moon and think about life. And you looked at the moon and you didn't even know what a road was.
Well, no, I know what. I know what a road is. I just really
you lost
just
yourself.
think about it.
I do. No, trust me.
No, like just
You
think
don't
about
get me started.
wires. Think about wires and think about walls and roofs and lights. And I mean, it's so intricate. We've made such a crazy, difficult society, and it's just going to actually like spin itself out to death. It just is.
To death.
It's just going to.
I do think about how the Earth is like 4.6 billion years old, and just in the past 8,000 years, humans have done all this stuff. It's like ancient Egyptians were not that long ago. That was like 6,000, and like they built some pyramids. It's like, wow, holy shit. Okay, that's cool. But now it's like, what is this wireless internet?
Right.
We just take it for granted.
For granted.
Oh, no,
Oh,
Jen.
no. That platform beer.
That was humiliating for you.
Wow. You never fuck up your voice. You're so
wow.
stupid.
Oh my god.
Wow, what an idiot. What's a road,
so
Jim?
I need to go.
You really were packing your bags.
Yeah, you're
I'm
packing.
embarrassed.
You're just now embarrassed?
Hates me.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy when you really think about that. And think about like 100 years ago.
Even then.
Think about 100 years ago. We didn't have like anesthesia or something. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
We
Like,
didn't have antibiotics until World War II.
it's just bad. It's just
Any
bad to think about. You can get in a really
antibiotics,
bad loop.
I'm in a loop.
I'm in a loop.
Help.
Hell, I'm in like Inception. I'm in the Matrix. Like,
Take a breather.
I'm just honestly kind of shook by this conversation.
why?
Uh-huh.
I'm just kind of shook. I kind of love it. I feel like I love
It's
that you're
deep.
going down such this rabbit hole because I think it shows like a lot of introspective views, which I love. You're kind of just like, what's the meaning of all of it, blah, blah, blah. And that's like such a great thing to ponder.
It is, but it also is like a disaster in my head.
It's a spiral. Like, because then you
I
just start to
will
be like,
say
why
it-
am I thinking about this? And why
I think
am I
it's
here?
kind of irreversible now. Like, this is going to be the way you
Right.
think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
Just
yeah.
like when I was talking about how every dick keeps, it's like kind of the
They're all the
same
same.
thing. Everything's the same thing now. And it's like, oh my God, what are we doing? Like, what is
5
my.
days a week, I'm driving to work. Why? 40 years later,
I
I'm like,
can't.
what did I just do for 40 years?
Why
Well,
did I
5
just do
days
this
a
for
week, I did
40
this.
years? Yep. Oh my God, yeah. So see, here's the thing, Miz, is
You're
you're
too
still
young.
young.
You're
yeah.
so young.
You're
You're
still,
like,
you're starting to get to that
Am I
point though.
like that young, though? I'm like 28.
Okay, so I'm almost 10 years older than you. Well, I'm 8 years older than you. That's I mean, je ne sais quoi.
And
I just,
dog,
like, spit in the mic.
You could be a dog dad for him. Like, dogs have children by then.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's
8
true.
by 1 even.
By 8 months, I think they can have kids. It's weird.
You would know.
They can have kids.
But yeah, Miz, like
Pups.
I think you'll have this moment, but I think you'll think back to like, remember when Bobby was saying that?
You're gonna have a moment where
I
you're like,
feel
"What
like
is a road?"
I feel like I definitely understand where you're coming from, though.
Oh,
You experience this when change happens.
I do experience. I was gonna say like, this doesn't sound that off base for
That
me.
same
I just love to see
feeling.
people's like reaction to it.
and I'm kind of feeling it all the time.
You're in fight or flight.
I feel like I just more get like depressed about it versus
Same.
freaked out.
I'm not like, "Look at that moon. That's cool. What's a road?"
I'm not like
"Well,
what's
I
a
have no
road?
point
I'm like, why
existing.
am I still alive?
Why am I alive?" Yeah. Oh God.
I mean, I just think about the fact that we're a spinning rock in the middle of space, and
And
like
we're
at
spinning
any moment,
fast.
somebody
We're
could just
spinning
something could
fast.
just slam into us. Like, why is nothing slammed into us?
Gravity.
Oh, it pushes things away.
Well, the sun's pull is pretty strong, and like comets coming are more influenced by that than the Earth. So we have to be like direct
See,
path.
I think about that shit all the time, but like not this exact scenario, but like why hasn't anything crashed into us? I always think like why hasn't anyone like nuked New York City?
well,
in a
something
while?
did
Like,
because
you
the
know?
moon came from Earth.
Right. Or like,
Something hit the Earth, and the moon
That's
broke off.
the Big Bang
That's
theory,
what happened.
right?
Not even Big Bang. That was way after the Big Bang.
but sometimes I feel like I've said this before, like the Truman Show, like somebody else is controlling this. Like it's all a joke. Like it's all
Jesus.
like, and maybe
It's
Jesus is
maybe
fucking
God.
with us.
Maybe God's fucking with us.
But like, if you really think about it, it's like, is somebody causing this stuff? Like, I don't know. Anyway, this is like, I'm going into QAnon or whatever.
We always want to be the star of the show.
I sound like I'm being QAnon.
Am I?
I'm like,
being
there's a
watched?
star that's gonna be beamed down, and Donald Trump's gonna ride it to the heavens. It's like, oh my god.
I think we really don't matter that much. No one's watching us every day. We can't even watch Drag Race every week.
I'm alive. All right. Well,
69.
welcome to Miserable with Ms. Throwaway, who wanted to share something that he's going through right now. And based on what was submitted, what I can surmise is that he's been in this situationship, it seems like.
That's a good word.
I've
With
never
somebody.
heard that, actually, so I'm kind of embarrassed.
Yeah, that's kind of humiliating for you.
I actually
But-
have never either. Maybe that's like a Midwest thing that we don't know.
God,
It,
this is just going to contribute to your goddamn
right. I'm like
meltdown.
situationalism.
But it seems that he was in a little bit of a situationship. They became really involved kind of quickly, it seems, but over like a reasonable period of time. They did become running buddies, specifically. But then it came to light that the counterparty of the situationship was in an actual relationship and living with his SO, which, yikes. But they said that the relationship was going badly, they were gonna separate, blah, blah, blah. It was all gonna be great. So at this point, this throwaway person's feeling pretty bad about this, right? He's like, I feel gullible, I feel played, blah, blah, blah.
Vulnerable.
Yes. The works. Then it all started to change. Like that like the paradise, the whole them having something great started to turn around, and the other guy would be like hot and cold. It was discovered that the other guy was seeking additional people to have similar situationships
Oh
with.
my God.
He was made to feel like the quote-unquote needy one. And
That's
just
just-
all kind of culminated in throwaway messaging the other guy's actual boyfriend on Instagram and being like, hey, like, I've been seeing your partner for like close to a year. Then, so this is the part that I like. Then the counterparty, who's being like the woat, decides to like change his whole tune, and he's like, I'm so relieved that you texted my boyfriend. Like, I let him know I was so clear from the beginning on what the situation was, blah, blah. So it's like, this guy has now been played, his feelings are hurt, he's distraught, he decides to take action on it, and that is also turned against him, and now the two of them are off doing their thing, and this guy's
we're going to do this.
with some
Sorry, that was really
serious...
dramatic.
It seems like he has some serious trauma. And so what he's asking is, how does he get over these bouts of sadness that come up because of his experience? So my question for you guys is, have you had any sort of situation like this in the past?
I actually have. This has definitely happened to me. When you let yourself become vulnerable, it's bad. Because here's the thing. The minute when you're blinded, you're love blind. What's another word they use? Like
Love struck.
love struck. You're in the honeymoon. You meet this person. It's great. You have great conversations. Everything's amazing.
You overlook the flaws.
You 100% decide that you're not going to look at any of the flaws. You're like, well, he's straight, but like, it's fine. We're going to be together forever. And it's like, wait a second. Like, looking back, you're like, am I a fucking idiot? So this is what he's feeling. And this is where I connected with him was I felt really stupid in a situation like this as well, to where I like had, I cooked, I can say it.
Is this the Nutella story?
No.
I
Wait, I wanna know
Nutella
about
on
the
my
Nutella
body
story.
and laid on the ground.
No, this was somebody I was like seeing, and I thought it was more than it was, and that's the problem that I'm feeling. That's the vibe I'm getting from this guy as well. Like, he thought it was more than it was, and he got so sucked into the idea of them together that he was blinded by all the real shit, which was he was hot and cold because he wasn't seeing you really. He was seeing you when it was convenient for him.
Well, so that's what I was thinking when I was initially reading it and I was highlighting. I was like, I think like when you say it was so great and it was so great, like that was your perception of the situation. That's not actually probably what the reality
Like,
was.
you know that feeling when you like you get the text alert and you already are like, it's gonna be them texting me, and then you
Right.
look down and you're like, was it from them? Oh, it's from them. And then you read it. And you're like, here's that text. And then you're like,
it's here.
they're texting.
Oh my god, the bubbles.
And
it's
then they
bubbling.
don't text right away. And you're like, oh my God, they haven't responded.
This is how I feel with Miz every week. I'm like, I'm like, hi, how are you? And he's like, great, how are you? I'm like, oh my God, so good. Da, da, da. And then it's like silence for 7 hours. And he's like,
doing
hey.
taxes for 12
Then I'd be
hours.
like, are you okay? Oh, hey, oh my God, LOL. I feel
abused.
it hurts my heart. It really does. And I know he's going through a lot. He's 34 as well. So at that point, you're kind of like, am I ever going to find anybody?
You might not.
You might not. And honestly, you might not. I mean, you might not. Like, this is a real situation. Like, you might not find somebody that you connect with.
Especially gay.
You can find somebody if that's really what you want, but I think after this situation you're going to change, and that's my thing. You need to let the time happen, because your perspective is going to flip, and you're going to be like, I learned a lot from this. I'm never going to let a motherfucker do this to me again.
I completely agree with that. I completely agree. Like, your criteria needs to be so much more defined now. Like, you need to have so much more wits about you besides just, I want a boyfriend. I want to be in a situation. That can't happen anymore.
This is wow. I thought you were supposed to be young here. Like, you're speaking like a wise old elder,
like an old hag.
Like
I am an old hag.
This is true. You aren't in a relationship, but wow.
No, I mean, that's 100%.
You can't just want a boyfriend for like appearances and like, I just have this thing and it's great.
Yeah.
I think
also,
I've never had a
really
boyfriend.
Oh,
Like, I've never been in a relationship.
But I think you're ready though.
I think you're ready.
We'll
get there when you get there.
We'll get there when we talk about fantasies.
We'll get there when Nancy H arrives here with my goddamn margarita.
I thought you were going to talk about Nancy Kerrigan or Nancy Reagan. I'm like, what?
Oh, I don't know why I would ever bring up any of those two people.
I don't know either. One thing that I did, and this is my advice, I guess, too, I'm just going to add a little sprinkle on top. I had to find myself and self-discover. So I actually wrote...
Find myself. I'm sorry.
I had to self-find myself.
I had to find myself by myself.
When I was looking for myself and I found myself, and
I did it by myself.
God,
it's so
sorry.
authentic. I love it. Bless it.
So I wrote down everything I was looking for, and that was even to the point of like, when I text you, you text me back. Like, literally within an hour, you're going to text me back. I don't care if you're a goddamn surgeon, you will text me back, or I don't want you in my life. And this was my universe list. It was. I said I wanted somebody who had, I did everything, to a T, kind of beefy, likes beer, likes sports, literally everything that I wanted. And then Mikey showed up. I'm just
Simulator on this list?
No. No, and I
like sports.
Yeah, I wanted him to want to go to sporting events with me, and because I like sports, so I was looking for, basically a straight guy to marry me.
Big, burly, beefy sports guys.
I like guys that are straight.
Literally,
that's what I wrote on the paper.
That's
what. But yeah, you're gonna
have
to self-discover. You need to surround yourself with friends.
The other thing you need to do is be clear in the beginning about, is this person in a relationship or not, and are they actually separated? I'm not trying to criticize, but it is rough when someone says I live with this person that I used to date forever. It's well, are you still fucking on the low, or
But if I ask Throwaway right now, if he met somebody that was still living with a boyfriend, what would he say? I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with that. He's already learned a lesson. He doesn't even know it.
Grown. Oh, wow.
Well, Throwaway, I think that
Throwaway, I love you.
I love you too. We love you. You're probably hot, to be honest.
I can tell.
I can tell too, just by your handwriting.
And you don't get to
by your fucking handwriting?
You have to be hot if you're tracking some guy who's in a relationship.
I didn't realize that this story was sent via snail mail to Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, I penned it down. I typed out his penmanship.
Pen me.
No, you're going to be okay. You just got to have time, and you just got to...
It's going to be better.
You'll be fine, but just try to stay busy.
Yeah.
Are you satisfied, or do you need to say anything else?
No.
Do you want to wrap it up and conclude it?
No, I have nothing else to add.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't wait for you to be here and be in the studio with us. It'll be so fun.
Can't wait to get in the studio. I feel like it would be great.
You do know we have a mini
really
fridge. Have you seen it?
It's
I
frozen.
have seen the mini fridge.
It's broke, but
because it's great. It's broken, but it keeps it cold. Frozen.
I
literally.
know. I feel like our first live episode is going to be magic.
it's going to be magic, and we're going to be like, what the fuck? Or it's going to be a shit show.
We're going to be in Columbus Circle.
Or it'll be the last, we'll be like, this isn't going to work, is it?
We're going to be with Crackhead Barney and friends.
Imagine we meet and we're just no.
No.
No,
done.
gotta go. Back to LaGuardia.
Oh, no.
I want that $20 mimosa.
Mimosa. Is that what you just said? Mimosa.
Rewind the tape, bitch. I didn't say it. The more you know with Jen.
I don't even know. I was just saying, how did I even get you to record that? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I probably like drugged you and was like, here, say this in this mic. It's for your promo.
You probably have a tape of me doing some naughty
like
things.
such a loser.
Oh. This week on The More You Know, it's time to talk about more animal vaginas.
We love animal pussy.
We do. This animal pussy story, like, it came back to me. I don't know why I thought of it. I saw a meme with a duck penis in it.
Ew.
And so it triggered a story I read in NPR from like 6 years ago. Trigger warning. Like 6 years ago, NPR had this story about duck penises and how they've evolved. So we've all been on, well, not Bobby, but we've all been on campus and we've seen duck rape.
That was fucking rude. Wow, these shit. Man, where's your fucking glasses at?
The library is open.
Oh my God.
It's closed. Everyone be nice.
And let me tell you, I've been on campus just not learning.
Oh, you bitch. Save it for the fantasy section, please.
I am.
It's okay. So yeah, basically we've all seen duck rape, and I should say trigger warning because I don't know if rape's the right word, because consent with animals, who knows? Who knows?
It's a skewed.
Do they really even have? Do we?
So gray.
So anyways, basically female ducks have evolved clockwise vaginas, so they try to prevent the penis from getting into them and fertilizing their little eggs.
Hoo-ha. Oh.
Yeah, their hoo-ha.
Okay.
Well, over time, male penises
In ducks.
Duck male.
Specifically in ducks.
I can't have become corkscrew. So male ducks have corkscrew penises. Like, they look like a corkscrew. And so when they're putting them in the vagina, they match. So like one is counterclockwise, one's clockwise.
How do ducks like have sex? Like, do they
He screws that duck.
Oh my God.
like? Do you like see them like?
I feel like it like spins in like a screwdriver.
Yeah.
does.
Does the duck have to like rotate?
Yes.
No.
It goes in like
Right. I know the peanut, but does the duck
Yeah.
have to physically
Yes.
like?
Yeah, because the female like
in
close
order
that
to
shit.
get in. Yeah. No, the duck doesn't turn, just the penis.
Wait, the penis moves independently?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
And so, like, over time, this was a way for female ducks to be like, no, I don't want your
How
sperm.
much time though? Like, I mean, listen, like
Millions of years. And so the male ducks with the more
This feeds
corkscrew
into
penises
Bobby's fear
have
of
more babies.
evolution.
everything's feeding into it.
The better corkscrew dick you have, the more babies you have. The more babies you have, the better corkscrew dicks they have. But then those females are like, no, fuck this. They
Wow, that's
they get a
very
more
interesting.
counter corkscrew.
But why don't they want to be fertilized? Isn't that like a natural?
Right, like they're
They
fucking
want
ducks.
because they want the best male possible, but sometimes
They're not out there just like in real life.
Sometimes you don't
So
get.
they're not
just
like
in
us?
real life.
Yeah, they're not like us.
You're not always getting fucked by the ideal male, and that's the truth.
Take a look at our picture. That's us.
Wow.
We're the ideal fucks. Honestly.
If you're into horse heads, you can fuck me.
Fuck them with the horse head on.
We still haven't done the
So-
jockstrap photo shoot.
Wait for the fantasy section.
So yeah,
So that's very.
I think geese also have corkscrew penises, like all things that are like ducks.
So they like spin, but the duck
Swans.
stays so almost like slithers in and like
slithers and yeah,
Ew.
corkscrews its way in. Just pretend you're a cork in a bottle, and it's just screwing on in right into the wine.
If a female duck had an orgasm, what would it sound like? Miss? I need your impression.
Give us your
any of
neigh.
those.
We
Do
know
it.
you can
I
neigh.
can't top any of those.
Give us the neigh.
You can't top anything, honey.
I am just dying at Bobby out of nowhere giving us a little quack there.
I just felt like, quack, like Mighty Ducks, honey.
Whack.
I love quacking. I'm a quack.
I love to quack.
When I get
When I get fucked, I quack. Just like the female, I'm like closing my pussy up so that
yes.
these people
Twisting-
can. You try to
twisting
get
your
in and
pussy.
twist that dick in there.
You want in this pussy? Twist your dick.
Was that you?
That was a good
I
quack.
do a good quack.
Yeah, because you do. You
We
give
heard
ducks to your
neigh.
sister.
Oh,
Geese.
geese.
That one died.
Did you eat
The
it?
one from Thanksgiving already?
Yeah, it's dead.
Did they eat it at least?
No, I think they threw it away.
What kind of fucking duck farm did you find this duck at? Because clearly you didn't do your
Honestly,
research.
I'm like on a Craigslist of like who's selling a duck like
That-
in the nick of time.
That duck daddy did not have a good corkscrew. I'll tell you that.
No.
Yeah,
was
I
not-
don't
that's
think this
evolu-
duck had a
that's
corkscrew.
Evolution. I almost said revolution.
That's a revolution, baby.
That's revolutionary. Literally.
I love ducks. Honestly, I love ducks.
You do. I forgot about you loving ducks.
You do. That's funny.
Did you know they have a corkscrew dick?
No, I did not know
But
that.
you really
You
don't
don't
love
research
ducks, then.
genitalia of all your favorite animals?
I wasn't,
I
I
do,
wasn't like, oh,
actually.
what kind of a penis does a duck have? Is it
Humans
corkscrew?
are very out of proportion with our penis length to body size in primates.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I mean, we know we talked about this last week, but
But are we? Yeah. Are we really out of proportion? Because most that I've seen.
no, we're
are-
underperforming. Or underproportioned.
And performing.
And performance.
Proportion is about the size. Performance is about what you do with it.
Honey, you worked that shit right
Oh, girl.
Corkscrew me,
Corkscrew
honey.
me.
Well, thank you, Jim. That was again, another
Jim,
week.
I have to say, I know a lot more now than I did before that.
Guys.
No, you've brought the heat. You've brought the heat the past 2 weeks, honey. I'm
Thank
feeling
you, Jim.
it.
The more you know. I reached my move goal.
By just jumping up
By
and down
just-
the chair.
Yeah, just by shaking
Wow.
that extra little bit.
Oh, my upper right quadrant. I need to go get a test. Don't you ever make fun of me again.
I know, and that's
Sad.
Really
That's really what's upsetting you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, wow, I can't ever make fun of him. So that's great. Oh, so where's Martha P with that marg?
It's Nancy H, and she's in front of my building. I'm just waiting for my
Yes.
buzzer
You need-
to go off.
Miz, you look so cute.
I know.
Ew, I look
you
like
you look
shit
skinny.
today.
I
not
feel like
gonna
we're gonna
lie.
like find
You
you a
look
boyfriend
skinny.
when we're in New York.
No,
Oh my
I
God,
can't.
can we?
I can't.
Please.
I'm not gonna like set you up, but like people, like again,
I
people
know.
flock to us, and we'll like be able to like screen them.
We're gonna get you a doctor because
Ugh, I
Yeah.
can't. I don't think I
all
can
of
do
our
a
friends are
doctor.
dating doctors.
You could
I
do a
just want you to
doctor.
know, like everyone's dating a doctor.
I know. I don't think I could though.
You
I couldn't.
absolutely could.
But I
you
guess
just
I
need to get
could.
an ER doctor, so they're never home, or a surgeon.
Ooh, I could
No,
do it.
Funny.
Yeah.
surgeon.
Like a surgeon.
I don't think I
Surgeon. $500,000 a year. They do. You're gone
You're
all the time.
and they're never home.
never.
I don't think I could do someone who's like smarter than me. I'd get too self-conscious.
does.
Oh,
suck.
that
It
sounds
does
like
suck.
can you
Oh.
not pee next to somebody with a bigger dick than you?
No,
I
because I,
can't
don't
be
really
next to
care.
anyone.
about
I hate
dick
it either.
size.
Dude.
You could have a smaller dick than me. I can't pee next to you.
I know you could be like
You could be a girl and I cannot pee next to
Oh,
you.
that's even worse. There's no fucking way.
I can't believe girls just sit down and they're like, let's go to the bathroom.
I know, and they talk while
I'm like,
in the bathroom. I'm like,
no.
They're like Mackenzie.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my God, I can't
They
hear-
do shit next to each other and talk. But my
honey.
my brother and his friend did that. We were on like vacation with my brother and his friend, and we went in the bathroom, and they
I know
both
people
went in
who've
the
done that.
stalls while I'm peeing at the urinal, and
they're
they're
just
both
shitting,
talking to
talking,
each other.
yeah.
I'm like, you guys are in the stalls right next.
Jim does not like that.
Oh my god! I just had a panic
I
attack
don't know
again.
really why I have such an issue with that, considering on swim team I used to shower naked with all the other swimmers, but I guess it's different if
Peeing,
you're, like,
the actual act of
and
peeing.
shitting
Yeah,
versus
because I'm
just
sitting there
being
like, oh my
naked.
God, they think I'm just fucking around looking at their dicks. That's literally what I think in my head is they're gonna think I'm like watching their dicks. Watching, not watching. I just slurred a little bit. Watching their dicks. So then I get panicky. I'm like, oh my God, if I don't start peeing, they're gonna know that I'm
Oh my
just
God,
standing
yes.
here
And
and
They're
oh my
gonna
God.
gay
And
bash me.
Exactly. It goes back to gay bashing. It really does.
I was gay bashed in a bathroom before.
I could see that. You were probably at the glory hole.
No, I was. I was at a urinal. It was terrible.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
I was
Actually,
pushed
that's
in
not a
the urinal
joke.
multiple times.
Really?
So I cannot pee in a bathroom. I can't pee in a urinal. I always
Wait, you were
flashback.
pushed from behind
Yes, right into it.
in high
Many
school?
times. Yes, high school, undergrad,
Who the fuck's just pushing you around?
definitely middle school. Oh, everyone.
Did you let people push you around?
Yes, I did. Let's blame the bullied, not the bulliers.
You You just let people push
Did
you
you
around.
let
didn't
people push you around? Not my son. I would never let him get bullied.
Victim blaming. You're just a victim. You're just
I love
acting like a
it.
victim.
Oh, he has his mask.
Aw.
That's considerate.
I feel like you just yelled at Nancy.
Did you yell at Nancy?
Okay, yes.
Why?
Fuck.
Well, A, it wasn't Nancy. It was a man.
Okay, so they lied.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe he's named Nancy. I don't fucking know. Then he's like, oh, can I have your ID? I'm like,
They're not a man.
my ID? You want my ID to order Marg sitting here at
With this
home?
bushy pube?
Right, like you, what?
Do you need to see my gray pubes?
Yeah, so I was just like,
I don't have any, just for record. I love how they come in like a paper bag too. It's like perfect for the homeless.
It's me.
You would never know though if you like went on the bridge with the paper bag. It's
It's
like
true. You
would
can just
never
drink out of a
know.
paper bag.
That's
like the
true.
size-
Is Central Park.
is that 64 ounces? Like how big is that
It's
margarita?
32.
If I had that right now, I would literally fall out.
We would. Your pussy would fall out.
My pussy would be falling. I'd have to get a vaginal mesh.
Oh my god, I hate those. I'm scared of them. Like the thought of them.
You're gonna have to go in for your hole.
I'm not.
Hold up your
I'm
guts.
not. I'm not saying anything against it because
hold
it
up
may
what?
happen.
So fantasy. What's your fantasy like up on the roof?
No
roof.
fantasy.
Do we just want to talk about what our fantasies are, or what a fantasy is, or how do you want to address this?
I do want to talk about what our fantasies are, but I just want to start with like, what are we allowed to fantasize about?
There's no
Whatever you
rules.
want.
Okay, thank God. But then, like, what are we? Who are we allowed to admit certain fantasies to? Because okay, well, yes, but us are talking into microphones.
So you have
So,
a
like,
secret fantasy
Can
you
you
don't want
tell?
the
Like,
world to
like
hear.
what level of friendship can you tell your fantasies to? Because some fantasies are pretty revealing.
Okay, well,
So you're
I don't
asking
really-
in general? Like, is that what you're
Yeah, I
asking?
guess you should. Yeah, I guess we need a specific.
No, but like, are you asking in general, like, there's certain levels of fantasy that you can explain to certain people? Like, I would tell you guys, like, I want to be on my knees around a whole entire football team and they can all come all over me.
I would tell anyone that I want Chris Brown to take a dump on me.
And that's like legit.
Yeah, if Chris Brown pulled out his pants and took a shit on me, I'd love it.
Oh, like a Cleveland steamer and then come on your face?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's gonna be so like warm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
I
here
kind
for it.
of, I kind of like.
What if it's runny and it's running down the side of your chest? Like,
Yeah, run it.
that's
That's his debut single, bitch.
Do you lay down a tarp or?
Let me see if you can run it. Run.
No.
It is.
It just goes.
If you will, let me know.
Run it.
We were like, he
I
can
think my
really
biggest
dance.
I think my biggest fantasy is getting. This goes back to the topic of like racial preference. So excuse the hell out of me, but
We actually got some good feedback on that.
I did, I liked it.
that people agree with us.
I want to be pounded by like a Latin server, like in the kitchen of like a hole in the wall Mexican restaurant.
You want to be sipping a marg while he does it.
Everything goes back to the Mexican restaurant with Miz.
Yeah, he's like, if you have a marg, you can.
He's
fuck
like,
him.
all I want is to be getting pounded with a marg in my mouth and a chip in my teeth. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I want to
what?
take a Latin server's dick and like dip it in marg and like lick it off. Like that's what I want.
Okay, this is. I'm trying to like think of my fantasies now. I don't know.
I have a lot.
I also want to fuck all my girlfriend's boyfriends, but that's not really a fantasy. It's
Right,
just like,
I know. That's a legit fantasy though, because do they know that?
They
do now.
I actually had a dream. Oh, they know that.
I just saw
I
it.
had a dream once that my best friend was like, "Hey, you can like suck my boyfriend's dick," and I was like, "Okay."
Oh, okay, that's actually like.
You have fantasies, Jim.
I know.
You're just scared. You're a pussy. That's
Just
why.
like, why not just share them?
Just share it. What are you afraid of? Nobody gives a fuck about your fantasy anyway, really.
I
I
know.
mean, down to
They're-
the bottom line. I mean, nobody cares.
The sad part is like most. Well, I mean, Chris Brown shitting on you would be a pretty crazy experience, but like a lot of our fantasies are really not that wild. You know, like well, okay.
well,
the
you can't
entire
even say
football
one,
team-
so I mean,
Well, I would like to.
are you
be,
just so wild and fanatical that we can't hear them?
so? Do if you
A little fucking bitch.
does your fan? No, mine aren't. That's what I'm saying. Is mine are kind of sad.
Well,
But
say
that's
it.
Do
That's
our
okay.
fantasies have to be
Oh,
of
sexual.
us? Oh yeah, or sexual.
You're like, my fantasies have a family and love.
My fantasies to be happy. Oh wow.
Fantasy. What makes a fantasy is by
It couldn't ever
definition
happen?
something that will never happen. So,
Okay, I want to
Excuse me. I would not
be
say
this
never.
little bitch. He is like.
So
this.
what is your definition of fantasy?
A fantasy is something you want to happen. I'm not saying it won't. It will happen, but I don't think we should close the door either.
So then that's
think
not
that's
really
unfair.
fantasy.
a fantasy is something that you want so bad, but potentially you might not get it.
That's like a wish.
Well, then, okay, if I want a fantasy of a group of men coming on my chest all at once, I can make that happen.
Then it's not like
You could.
It's not.
So then
a
it's
fantasy.
not a
So then I guess a fantasy has to be so fucking out there then that it's
so
like...
far-fetched,
I'm wondering,
shit
like,
will never
what-
happen.
I'm like, a lot of the things I want to do, I think I could do if I just went online.
Right.
Like,
Think of
and
the
like
Disney
texted people.
Fantasia. It's
I mean,
like
I know.
none of that shit will happen.
Like, you couldn't get a professional football team to all come on your chest. Like, that would not happen.
Right. Like Chris
okay.
Brown
That's
will
a
not
fantasy.
shit on me.
Right.
Like, you want to go into the Blue Jackets locker room and just, like, circle jerk them all.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
While they're
okay,
in
I got
their-
it. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
There's
I
a
also,
very high bar for
the
fantasy.
bar's high, but also like here's the thing though. What if I have a high bar and it actually happens though? It still is my fantasy. It just came true.
Well, what are you talking about?
So like for me personally, so after we talked about last week about leadership, I decided that now in my life crisis that I'm ready to fucking blow my boss. I'm ready to blow him into
blow him.
submission. I want to be
You
in
want
control
him to
of
want
him.
this mouse so bad.
I want to be able to say to him,
Yes.
"Shut the fuck up and get in your or like sit down."
Sit in your chair and pull your
Yep.
pants down. Unzip.
So how
I feel
likely? What's the likelihood we feel that this could happen?
Very. I think
Honestly, I think I'm at like
I think if he pushed it 90%.
I think I'm at a 40 right now.
Oh.
There's times he'll close my door and I'm like, "Oh God, what is he gonna say?"
Yep.
And
And
sometimes
he's
I
like,
want to be
where
like,
the fuck are these reports?
like
Yes.
yesterday he like or Friday he stretched and his shirt came up.
Oh. No.
And I was like, wait a second.
No, I know.
And then he like will talk about things every once in a while, shut the door and be like, I was looking at our schedule. Oh my God, maybe he does want to fuck me. Oh wow. No, we were looking at the schedule and there's a job name
Time to
called
adjust.
Dickman Pump was the name of the job. And he's like, I can't help it. I just think like Dick Pump.
I mean, I'm getting mildly like turned
I'm getting
on by
turned
this.
on,
Yeah, I was
honestly.
like, can you stop? Like, actually, to think like your boss like closing the door, just being like, I'm in control. Get on this desk.
Like, I like to the point where I'm going to be like, so then once I do that, then I
Then
have
you
something
have
on him and
power.
I have all the fucking power. Like I can call in sick. What are you going to say
Yep.
to me, bitch?
I
And you
want a
know
raise.
what? Yeah, I want to raise.
I
Don't
want
talk to me
a
that
week
way.
of vacation. Bye.
And when he gets nasty, I say, sit the fuck down.
When he
It's
gets nasty,
time.
you withhold that hole.
So now that the fantasy is laid out, and it's not really a fantasy because he's not even hot. It's just like the control thing for me. But
It can
if it
happen.
comes true, does that make it not legitimately a fantasy then?
Then it's just reality.
I don't agree with the whole statement, though. I'm just arguing that right now. I want to
would
define
say
what a
that-
fantasy is.
I would say that what you're describing is not inherently that far-fetched.
I think a lot of people get fucked by their bosses, and then there's a lot of that's why HR exists.
Right.
Like,
So that like
HR is a
this-
thing.
What if I want
You
HR
would-
to fuck me?
you just want HR? Anyways,
So can I also just mention something real cool while we're off the subject for a second? I just realized that my window is open. And I just screamed I want to fuck my boss and have full control. So my whole neighborhood knows that I'm going to try to fuck my boss. Thank you.
Which
I'll
is
be
great.
reading about it.
We love that for you. You
We're
should
here for
fuck
it.
your boss.
It's for control, though. That's it.
But that makes it so much more steamier. It's like there's
It
an
does.
ulterior motive.
Like I kind of want to choke him out while I'm blowing him, like grab him by his fucking neck and then like also be giving him a handy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would love. This sounds really, really, really weird, but
It's
I've
not.
always had this like moment of like, this would be amazing if this happened to me. That someone like tried to attack me, and I countered with like giving them sexual favors and then murdered them. Like that to me, like
On the next Dateline.
that's always been something I'm like, I wish I would be in the news for.
Like that's dark, and I'm living for it for you. I'm very happy
It's
for
like someone
you.
comes up and like mugs me, and I'm like, oh, like, do you want me to like blow you, blah blah blah, and then I'm like, oh no, dead.
You know what? I do have something similar to that happened this week with PlayStation because some guy on PlayStation was talking shit. He's like, you suck, you fucking faggot, you suck.
no.
And I said, huh? I go, yeah, actually, you're right. I do suck. I am a faggot. I said, and what's even funnier is you're about to get beat by a faggot. So I was down 1-0, came back, beat him, and I go, I'm just laughing so hard because you just got beat by a faggot. I felt so empowered.
But he might have been turned on.
Probably. He's probably jacking off the whole time.
Is he's like, oh, a fatty
I
beat
do
me.
think straight men like get turned
Yep,
on by
they do.
their superiority complex to gay men.
Hence
for sure.
the military. Oh,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
they
Or like
love
fraternity.
frats. Everyone wants to be dominated.
So literally everybody just wants to get fucked from somebody who with power.
Yeah. Oh well, you just had a breakthrough.
The world makes sense now to me. I'm
Bobby,
not going through a midlife.
You're
What's
having
a road?
You're
having a
having
week.
You're having. I like your week though. I'm jealous.
I'm learning a
I
lot
want
about myself.
breakthroughs.
You will. You're getting there. I feel it for you.
36 is coming.
I feel it for Miz. Miz is about to have a breakthrough.
Yeah, I need a breakthrough.
No,
I
I
don't
mean
know
you
what
actually.
breakthrough I'm having.
Well,
I already
Jim
showered.
does have to
I have a couple appointments this week.
like dick appointments or like doctor appointments.
yeah.
Both. Oh, that's another fantasy of mine is the doctor.
Oh my god.
See, if
Like
I
when-
had a doctor, I would also.
you need to
feel
get a
that
hot
way.
doctor like
I
us.
always
we
wanna-
both have a hot doctor.
I always want to get my cock hard and like sit there on the table and like see if he notices. Does that make sense? But usually it's the opposite. And it's all like tucked in and like tight. And I'm like so
It's like,
nervous.
it's
I'm
like
like,
up your little butt.
I'm always nervous there, so I'm always like,
it's like, is my dick even there right now? Or hello, like trying to wake it up.
come to.
Get it, come on,
They're like,
fluff up, honey. You got to look good for this. This is like a moment for us.
this is it. This is your
it
fantasy.
right now. Here he comes.
This is your fantasy. That's the other thing about the fantasy is like at the point of the fantasy, we would probably just fall apart and we would be soft. We wouldn't be able to come. We wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah, like if Chris Brown was
You would be
over
crying.
me shitting, I'd be
You're
like,
right. If your boss did anything, you'd be like, "Wait, I'm not ready, Michael."
I don't know.
You would panic and be like, "I can't.
You're right, I'd be like-
I'm not allowed. I'm married." I would too.
I probably do it because I think Michael would give me the green light because he wants me to be able to have control over him.
Green light.
I actually have something to say.
Yes, ma'am.
And it kind of goes along with this whole fantasy thing. So you know how like I post my like bulge pictures and my like legs and my body all
And
over
your
our
balls.
Discord and my balls. So we had a Discord member over today. Joey was here. Shout out to Joey.
wait,
Joey.
does he live in Columbus?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Joey was over and he started talking about like my legs and like he's talking about like my chest. Like he said something and I'm like,
Why?
thanks. Because like you know how like on the Discord I'm like here's my balls. Oh my god, I'm so like blah blah blah. But in person when he mentions it I'm like
I would
thanks.
never.
Oh, that silly Discord thing, like where I'm posting my nudes. Like it's so weird in person. So that's I get what you're saying
do
with that
too,
fantasy.
yeah. I
Like
feel
I'm
like-
connecting it like where if you're like, man, your cock's hot to me in my face.
Like,
I'm
if I said, "Get your balls out right now,"
right,
you
I'd be
would
like,
not.
no, absolutely fucking not. But I will.
Miz just heard you, so watch out.
Miz goes balls.
Balls? Balls out?
I didn't know your
Balls
balls,
are
were on
gross.
Discord.
Oh, yeah. I found them on the gayish Discord, and then...
So I just posted him because he was already trying to expose me. So I was,
Yeah.
Anytime Jim tries to expose me now, I just like expose myself.
I wasn't going to expose you. I was just like, they're already on here. And I wanted to let people find them.
But then I was like,
Because I
here.
scrolled for a while before I was like, wait, I recognize these balls.
Wait, that body?
I knew. I was like,
Them shoulders do not match the
wait
hips.
a minute. I caught you because you were both advertising for the podcast
I was.
on someone else's Discord, which killed me, and I was laughing.
I know. I'm
And
sorry.
you know what? More power to us.
I have to. Like sometimes I try to just like
With those balls, I would too.
with those big balls. I'm like, hey, come listen to us because if you think these balls are big, wait till you hear our personalities. I also want to give a shout out to Care Bear Jeff.
Care Bear Jeff.
Care Bear Jeff is so sweet.
And he's
Love
a Care
him.
Bear. Like, he's the one with the rainbow on his chest.
He's caring and sharing.
or belly. I forget how
They're
Care-
like mixed between the belly
How do
and
Care Bears work?
Care Bear stare. I really just
Literally.
like. I just really like. I'm really again. I'm
We
liking
love
the
our Discord.
Thank
we
you.
love the Discord.
Love the Discord. Miz, what's your final thought? I just need you to wrap this up. A final thought.
Final thought.
I don't know. Like I was just sitting here, like just staring into space.
drunk.
I don't have a final thought. I guess my
I love your final
thought
thoughts.
is join our Discord because we have like Teletubbies and shit, and you should absolutely pursue your fantasy, no matter how far fetched it is.
I'm living for that. Jim, final thoughts. I love Jim's final. He's like, my final thought is.
My final thought comes from the Miz part, where I'm just kind of like, check your own mind because it's a little too powerful and it can throw you off. And you just have to like reel it in sometimes and be like, what is really going on? What am I actually feeling? Why am I feeling that? What am I thinking? Then reassess your situationship.
So that was the throwaway.
Throwaway, honey.
Yeah.
This is. I'm still like thinking about it. I do this all the time. I will.
Oh, is he choking?
He aspirated. He literally has Margarita in his lungs right now.
He turned us off too.
He
I
had to
turned it
mute.
off. Do you hear it?
I still heard it. That
I
was
heard
weird.
it. I could feel it.
Maybe it's coming through your. I don't know.
Coming through your bones.
Well, I have lung cancer, I think. So.
Oh.
Well, just keep drinking. You'll never know. That's what I sometimes think. I'm like,
Let
if I
the
just
liver
drink,
kill you first.
I'm like, well, if I just drink every night, like I'll never know I'm dying. You know what I mean?
You won't, and that's ideal.
So
So final thoughts. How do you kill yourself?
So my final thought is make sure you get high every night so that you don't know that you're alive.
If you want to know what the moon is tomorrow, get high tonight.
I think my final thought would be also directed towards throwaway, but also just to wrap up my entire life crisis. You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. And so you should also embrace the fact that you're 36 because some people don't make it to 36. You should embrace the fact that you are living your best life. You should embrace the fact that you are learning something new from this shitty situation. This is for throwaway. You're going to learn something from this and you're going to be a better person for this. So learn. Don't fuck it up.
Yes, Mama Roo.
Make sure you share our show with your friends. I don't even want you to give me your fucking review because you guys don't fucking do it anyway.
I just want to. Care Bear Jeff, you better review. 5 stars.
5 stars, Care Bear.
Care Bear. I want 5 stars across your chest, stomach, and I want them to shoot out like a Care Bear.
And a nice little note would be nice.
Oh, thank you. Just be like,
Same with you, Frank the Linguist.
they're so sweet. Frank in Montreal.
Frank's
Frank's-
I don't know if he's in Montreal. He's in Quebecois.
You're right. We don't know if he's in
I think he's in
Montreal.
Quebec City.
Do I
He's
just
got
assume everyone's
He's got
in
a hot
Montreal?
cock. I'm sorry. And I don't.
No.
Wait, who?
Frank the Linguist.
Frank the Linguist has like a thick ass cock and he's got
I'm
a
gonna
cute
look at
ass
it
face.
right
And he
now.
can get hard like at any time of the day. He's like taking a break, getting hard. I'm like,
I know, like, what is
I
that
can't get
like?
hard but once a week, but you're just like halfway through the day.
He's full mass, full. I mean,
Like,
that's when you used to get
yeah.
be able to get hard. Like now, it's like, oh no.
Now I have to struggle through on a Saturday night.
That's like, oh, that's cute.
Just lay
What's
there.
that?
What is this? I didn't even share all of my fantasies.
Right, which I'm not going
Which
to
is
go into. It.
pissing me off.
Some of them are illegal.
Yeah, it's pissing me off too. Just tell us what
Here's
your
a because I was trying to think of one that like I couldn't do. So like here's one of my fantasies.
cut this in.
Because they'll all come true.
Because like I wanted to do one where like I had to think of one where like I
Jim.
I could never this would never happen. A lot of mine take place in the past, like when I'm younger.
Okay, no, that's hot. Okay,
Like a retrospective fantasy.
uncle.
Well,
Or
no. Yeah.
Oh, the
One
lung
of my
cancer.
thing was it's here. The hookah. The hookah's hitting.
No.
The hookah's hitting.
The dreams come true and then the death happens. That's what's going to happen to you.
And
Though,
then
honestly,
and then
I'm
the long
fully ready
dream
for
happens.
it. I'm fully ready for your
I'm
death.
fully ready for my death as well.
I'm ready
like,
for
I'm
Bobby's
flying.
liver cancer from the fatty liver.
Oh no, honey, I'm thriving now.
No, like
You
I'm
are.
like the youngest, but I will absolutely be the first to die.
Wait, I need you to feel like right here, like go like right here.
Oh my God, he's rock hard.
Honey, I'm hot.
Like he's hard. No, he's hard.
No, like, I have-
I felt a full tricep.
yeah, muscles.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
I'm
Tricep.
muscles!
yeah,
I
like
haven't
I'm hot.
felt one of these in like years.
No,
It's been
like-
since before quarantine.
Like I'm hot.
And anyone.
I'm on day 75.
Oh my god, I'm so
But
proud
I'm
of
still
you.
eating and drinking, so that's the problem. I gotta like really grill it in.
And that's
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I just feel like I'm heart healthy. Remember, I said I wanted to be heart healthy. So
yes.
that's my main goal is to be heart healthy. So if I lose weight,
exercise. That's.
but
the
I've
key.
been told like my face looks skinnier and stuff. So anyway.
You do when you're posting pictures. When you post that picture, I was like, oh no. Or
This
the
angle
furry
isn't the
gang.
greatest, but-
what was the pic? The not the frigging the other one.
Chris Crocker.
That picture was like your face looks skinnier.
I know I'm noticing it started to look skinnier in
Yeah.
pictures. I'm like, okay, it's happening. I
It's
just need
happening.
to
Yeah,
keep
it's
going.
I can't wait till we can go like get in line.
I know.
Maskless at a bar, being like, I want my drink.
I thought about that today. When it
Well, you
does
can't-
fully
you
open,
can't-
like when it
oh,
does
it's gonna
happen
be
though,
packed.
yeah, we're not gonna be able to get into bars. It's gonna be lines. It's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you, everybody's gonna go batshit. Fucking talk about apes and monkeys and shit.
I'm gonna
People
get
are gonna go
fucked
nuts
on vacation.
Honestly, I think everybody should have a hall pass. Like, with the pandemic, like everybody should have a moment and be able to just get fucked by whoever the fuck they want.
Thank God.
Do you know what I'm saying? Michael's like, yeah,
wouldn't
just be
care.
happy, and I'm like, oh, you're trying to
It
get a
is
free
at
pass
that
from
point.
me though.
Oh, you don't.
I'm too
give it.
jealous. No,
That's the thing is you both have to be okay with giving the hall pass.
I can't. I get too jealous.
It ain't me, babe.
Okay.
Okay, final thoughts.
So we did our final thoughts,
Oh.
and yeah, make sure you follow us, share us, and be a part of our team.
And if you want to see this whole Give us 5 stars.
And go to the Discord.
Go to the Discord.
Because the holes are next.
Honestly, there's
I
a
feel
lot
like
of holes.
Jim, you've not really posted anything on the Discord.
Oh my god.
He posted a bald head.
But
Oh,
we've
I
already
did
known that.
post my D getting
Jim's
an
coming
S.
around. I'm telling you, Jim.
My D got S.
Listen, Jim's about to be like full face, full beat up for the gods.
Yeah.
You know what we need to talk about next week? It's hotels. Because there's something about a hotel that makes me horny as fuck.
I used to. Oh my god.
So we need to
In
that could actually be part of the
Boston,
fantasy.
when I
Hearing
lived
other
in
people
Boston, I used to have all my hookups at hotels.
Yep, me too. In Columbus.
I would just rent out hotel rooms and be like, hey, meet me here.
Oh, with Michael.
No, I've met up with plenty of businessmen that were like, and I was like, kind of like, I'm like, you blow me, I'm not touching you, bitch. You're gonna fucking do everything to me. I'm just gonna lay here.
See, I could never do that.
I could
But these men were straight and married, and they were like, and so to me, it was a hot. So like, again, it's the control thing. I'm telling you, I have a
You
control
want control.
problem.
Meanwhile, I want to do it.
Right, I could never get blown by anyone.
So
I wanna tell
want
you when to come.
Right. So I want to
I
do
will tell
that.
you to come.
I want to do that to the guys on campus. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like a fall. So I want somebody to do that to me that's older than me, so I can do it to somebody. Oh, that's like really bad.
Is that creepy?
Yeah, it's kind of like a sexual, like weird sexual ring of life. Like you always want somebody older. Have you not wanted somebody older in your fucking asshole?
Here's what
Like
my
eating your
fantasy-
ass and coming out and like just
Yeah.
fucking being like,
Yeah.
like being in control and like grabbing you and they're older and they're like, ooh, you're like, ooh, God.
But I just want
Yeah.
that's like my typical preference.
But I'm saying,
Regardless
but
of age.
you don't ever, but then you also want to, so,
Do you ever want to grab an ass and eat it?
or
And
you
make
want your
them-
ass eaten.
Only if they're in business clothing.
Ooh, there's something about you want to talk about Wall
suit.
Street. You want to talk about suits. You know what I love is when they wear whitey tighties too.
Oh yeah, you pull. Oh my god.
Oh, you want to get me going, get me hard. Well,
Well,
everybody, thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday. This has been another episode of She's Not Doing So Well. I'm Bobby.
I'm Jim.
I'm the Miz.
Thank you for joining us for another amazing episode. We will see you next week.
We love the fake clapping.
And last episode, I love the fake clap. I'm sorry, I love it. And last episode, Miz said he only had a 10% chance of coming back, but we got him back. What is the chances this next week? I think we're at 25.
We're
at least.
25%.
We'll see you next week.
I don't remember
maybe.
saying that.
It's like Bobby's fantasy, 40% with his boss.
We're getting up there in my fantasy. Who knows?
Fantasy.
Now, come on the roof.
Bro.
Oh. I only know the remix with Trina.
Trana.
Yeah, I want to lick.
No,
wait,
Trina.
I want to.
All right. Stop. Click.
Okay, stopped.
Let it load.
Thank you for listening to another episode of She's Not Doing So Well. Leave a message with questions or comments at 669-207-4643. Don't forget to subscribe and check out our links in the podcast description of this episode. Views, information, or opinions expressed during She's Not Doing So Well podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any other agency, organization, employer, or company. This has been a House of